Hey everybody, welcome to my Plan With Me for February 3rd through the 9th. I filmed an intro, and if you do not follow me on Instagram or just missed it, I lost footage to several Plan With Me's. So the next few will not have intros, but I did use this Pink Diamond Planner Co. kit, and I don't remember the name of it, but the shop is closed. So it is just kind of like a 90s themed kit because this is my birthday week and I am a 90s baby. So that's why I put that there. And I used a mixture of blue hollow, purple hollow, and pink hollow. And the goal for the underlays was to look like those 90s cups. And I honestly feel like it turned out pretty well. There's something about the spread that I don't like, and I can't put my finger on it completely. It might just be that color, and that's nothing against the art. It's just a personal preference. But like all the details and everything in the kit, I just think are really cute and fun. I love this like bottom washi overlay with the S's. I used to doodle those in my notebooks all the time. I actually still have one of these with CDs in it. So yeah, just obsessed with everything about it. So I will go ahead and start with the plans. And so I apologize in advance if I'm a little all over the place because I haven't filmed in a while and I slept like garbage last night. So I'm just doing my best. But I am really over not having videos go up. So here we are. So the first thing I marked on the 3rd is that it was my birthday. So then the next thing I marked, the first thing, I was going to say that I did, but whatever. So the next thing I marked after that is that I was sick AF. I did mention in my last Plan With Me that I got Fazoli's. I don't think I actually specifically, yeah, I just used a pasta icon, but they have gluten-free pasta now. So this was the second time I had it because I am gluten-free. So that was very exciting. However, this morning I woke up at about 3 a.m. and got sick for like 3 hours. So it was probably gluten-free pasta, but there must have been some sort of dairy, like cross-contamination, or they just like put cheese in it, because I am severely lactose intolerant. So that was crappy. Not how I wanted to start my birthday. Granted, it wasn't like I was going to do a ton of stuff on my birthday, like as far as plans, because I did that on the weekend, but still, that was just a shitty start to the week. So I had been sleeping in our spare bedroom, like the, I guess, guest bed, because I didn't want to disturb my husband, and there's like a bathroom right by it. So he came and like brought me my gift, which was really exciting. I got a like nice thick flannel. I think it's basically a shacket, I would call it, that says Chiefs on the back, but it's just like black and white plaid. It's really pretty, really nice quality. I am so happy to have it. So I really didn't have any like outerwear type of things for like game days, and a good chunk of football season is in cold weather, so I was happy about that. And then he did go like to the gas station and grab some Gatorade for me because I was just like, I really need it, please. So he brought that to me. By this point I was back in like our bed, just like resting. And I did forget to mention, let's see, this is from Carly Plans, that Build a Beautiful Life script, which is super cute and it matches perfectly color wise. And then that's from I guess I can go over them now. Fox and Cactus, Carly Plans for all 3 of those scripts. That's a closed, I'm pretty sure closed shop. Maybe SPC, and then that's from Once More with Love. So the next thing I marked is that I got some Happy Mail this day. I don't know. Oh, I did mark what it was. Okay. So I got a record and then I also got some stickers. So that was exciting. Just happy little things in a day that was not so great. So then I played some Dreamlight Valley and I was able to have like the Gatorade and eat some of my gluten-free crackers. So that was definitely a plus. I had asked Brian to take this day off of work, which he did, but the plan was to like hang out a bit more and I was obviously not feeling up to it. So I did that. I had a YouTube binge, which I don't know if that was at the same time, probably not. And then he and I did play a game together. We played a game called Kiwi. I have mentioned it before, but you're like a kiwi bird and you are doing postal delivery services, but there's like just various different challenges and it's really fun. It's a cute game, and if you are looking for like a multiplayer couch co-op game, I definitely recommend it. It's pretty fun. So then after that I just did some planning because I was just feeling pretty tired. And then I watched some Teen Wolf, which I don't know if this was when I finished it or if this was the day that I randomly was like, I didn't finish Teen Wolf, but I actually had. And so I like watched it and I was like, wait a second, I just watched this. So it could have been that. I was a bit out of it that day. So for stickers, the icon there, that's from Pink Diamond Planner Co. Carly Plans for all of those. This is from SPC. The scripts, the foiled scripts are just from the foil bundle that I used for this kit. And then this next character is from Fox and Cactus. So that's again from the foil bundle. And then the last 2 stickers are from Carly Plans, which I just scratched off a little bit of that on accident. But these are from like one of her, I want to say it's a summer sheet because it's like a camping sheet. So I'm pretty sure these are in shop right now. It's just not a full sheet of the moon and stars. It's got some other stuff on it. So I love those. Love using like cute things to mark TV shows just in general. So that one's fun for Teen Wolf. This week was, I thought I was going to do more on Monday, which is why I used an extender. But this week was a situation of I had too many boxes that I was obsessed with. So I had to use extenders just to use more boxes. Like, I mean, look, oh, you can't see. Like, I mean, look at her makeup. That is so 90s. I love it so much. And then Clueless on the old school TV. Titanic, loved that. And the Got Milk ad in the background, which is hilarious. I'm pretty sure my sister had those shoes or something like them. They're like slides, platform slides. And then the Bonbons nail polish. We definitely had some of those. So super fun, super like accurate to the time period art. It's really weird to me how a lot of this stuff is like in style now again, because I guess fashion is cyclical or trends are cyclical, but yeah, it's weird, but that's where we're at. So we've got the butterfly clips, CDs, YM. That wasn't really one I read, but I do remember it. My mom was kind of picky about my media consumption growing up. So Tuesday, the first thing I did was pick up a prescription, and then I did get some more Happy Mail this day. I don't know what it was, but I'm assuming it was probably just stickers if I didn't mark it specifically. I did also have the new Starbucks refresher this day when I went to get my medicine because my pharmacy is currently in Target. I need to get that switched, but I just haven't yet. So I tried that out. I really, really like it. It's delicious. If you liked the berry hibiscus refresher that they discontinued, like, I don't know, years ago, I would recommend it. I think you'd probably like it. It's definitely not the same. So it's, I think, blackberry sage, but it's similar enough that I'm like, okay, well, I have something. And don't get me wrong, I do love the strawberry refresher and the mango dragon fruit, despite the fact that I like almost nothing mango flavored except for mangoes. But anyway, I like the other ones, but this is probably my favorite now. So then I did some planning when I got home. I planned bases, which I've been doing those off camera. So it was probably like this one or maybe some of the ones after it. Then we just had like a random power outage. It wasn't anything that lasted very long, but I guess they were working on the power lines in our neighborhood, but nobody told us until like after we had already had a power outage. I think it was like 15 minutes. It was really not a big deal, but I have these stickers, so I went ahead and marked it. And then I did play some more Dreamlight Valley. I finished whatever the current star path was at this point. I think it was the winter one, which if you play Dreamlight Valley, let me know. Do you just do like the star paths that you really like the stuff in? Do you do all of them? And if you do them, they have changed it a little bit to where if you get every single thing, then there's like a bonus path where you can get extra stuff. Do you do that too, or do you just get like specific items you want? Because I'm one that wants to collect everything, even though I haven't decorated my like valley very much. I really need to just like sit down and do that someday, but there's only so much time in the week. So then I did fall down my stairs. Oh gosh, this was that day. So I got our DoorDash order that we had, and the top floor of my house is pretty much just the kitchen, bedrooms, my husband's office, which is technically in a bedroom. And so we don't really hang out a lot up there because we don't really eat at the dining room table. We eat like watching TV in the living room. So that's downstairs. So anyway, I was taking it downstairs. We do have a handrail, but because my hands were full, I couldn't hold on to it. And so I like fell backwards and slid down the stairs on my back. And we do have carpeted stairs, thank goodness, but it was still not good. Like I was having back and knee problems that I was literally going to the doctor for on Wednesday. And then that happened. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So that was unfortunate, but I have since basically made it a rule for myself that if I can't get down the stairs without holding onto the handrail, so if I don't have like stuff in a bag, if I've got too much or whatever, I won't go downstairs like with everything. I'll ask for help because I have gotten injured too much. So then I was listening to a book this night, and then I just marked that I was in a ton of pain, which was from my fall. So for the stickers on Tuesday, these two are from Carly Plans. That is from Leonard Designs. Carly Plans, Once Worth Love, as well as that. Carly Plans, and that's from my shop, Corks and Corgs Co., which I do have linked down below, but if you don't know what it is on Etsy, I have character and icon stickers that I hand draw. And then let me see, that's from Leonard Designs, and that is from the Coffee Monsters Co. So on Wednesday, I woke up in a lot of pain, which again was from that fall. I mean, I guess it was good I was already going to the doctor, but like, just frustrating. So I took a shower. I did get some Happy Mail before I left, and then I did go to my doctor's appointment where I got a prescription for some more like muscle relaxers because they did prescribe them to me back in October when I originally injured my back. It did not occur to me to go back in to see the doctor again because I was still having issues because I'm just used to having pain until my mother-in-law was like, you should, like, have you gone to the doctor? I was like, well, I did in October. But yeah, I wasn't getting better. So I went back and like overall it was good. I needed to go in. They gave me that prescription. They gave me some steroids. And then they also, on my request, referred me to a chiropractor because she was basically like, we can do that or we can do physical therapy. And I've done physical therapy a lot, and I'm not going to say it doesn't help because it does, but I know myself and they always give me a ton of homework and I am terrible at doing it because they'll give me like 3 exercises and then I try to do those and then they just keep piling them on every appointment. I get so overwhelmed, I just stop doing all of it. So yeah, but it was a little bit frustrating, which I get it. I understand. But she was kind of like, not exactly grilling me, but asking me pointed questions that I knew like what she was getting at. She was like, oh, so you're married. Do you have any kids? And like, whatever, that's fine. People ask that. It's annoying, but it's fine. And then, you know, I said no. And she was just kind of like asking, how are you, or why are you having all these falls? And I know she was kind of trying to figure out, like, is this a domestic abuse situation? Which, again, like, understandable. I get it. Doctors have to do that, especially when you come in with injuries so frequently like I do. But I was just like, I know what you're asking, and I'm really just clumsy. And the fact that she asked me why, but she hadn't looked at my chart to see, like, I was like, well, I have this, like, I have hypermobility and I have ankle impingement syndrome. And like, I have a lot of these different things that affect my stability, which if she had looked at my chart would have told her some of that. So anyway, overall, I'm not like unhappy with my care. I think I just prefer the PA at the office versus the MD, which is actually not very uncommon for me in my medical patient experience. I just have better experiences with nurse practitioners or physician assistants. So anyway, for the stickers on, oh, I didn't even say what I did for the rest of the day. So I picked up my prescription that day. Then I did some drawing and I planned, and then I watched some more Teen Wolf. So maybe I wasn't done with it at this point. So for stickers this day, that is from my shop. This is Carly Plans, as well as that and that. And that. So anything I'm skipping, I don't know where it's from, or it is from somewhere that's closed. These are from Carly Plans, Leonard Designs, Carly Plans, and technically Leonard Designs is like kind of closed right now. She is printable only because she's on maternity leave, which she did just recently give birth, so it's super exciting. Her baby girl is so cute. So if you are a printable person, you can definitely still get like kits and foil from her. But if not, I think she's got several more months that she'll be on maternity leave for. I know it was a 6-month leave. I just don't know for sure like when she started that. I can't remember. But Thursday, the first thing I marked is that I was just drinking tea and scrolling, which I do a lot of mornings, and I'm trying to get better about getting more focused and not like sitting on my phone for too long and then running out of time that day because I wasted time. But then I did finish a book. I think I was listening to a book while I was listening to a book like while I was scrolling. So at least I was doing something productive. And then I worked on my media journal some more, which I did film a video. I did lose all that footage, so I will film one. It's going to be a little bit more updated. It's incomplete, but I'm just going to upload what I have so far and we will go from there. Hopefully you don't mind me being behind, but I mean, I've been behind on Plan With Me's for a while now, so I'm just doing what I can with the way my body has been acting lately. So then I did some editing. I organized stickers. I did cook dinner this evening, so I must have been feeling at least semi-decent. And then I watched the new episode of The Traitors, and I watched the new School Spirits. So, I love School Spirits. I have so many thoughts on it, but I will save them for when I plan the week of the finale. So yeah, that show is like, I don't know how many times I've watched it at this point anymore, but I feel like saying I'm obsessed is kind of an understatement. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend it. And oh my gosh, the spacing is annoying me. But also this color. I just don't like this color. And like I said, it's nothing against the art, and I don't think it goes badly with the other ones. I'm just not an orange person, and it's kind of like a weird brownish orange. So, yeah. But for my tea and scroll, the tea bag and then the script are both from Carly Plans. And then the finished book icon, or the book icon and the finished book script are also from Carly Plans. Then for journaling, that character is from Leonard Designs, and the journal script is again from Carly Plans. If you can't tell, it's the same font as that one. And then for editing, it's going to be the same situation. Leonard Designs and Carly Plans. The next, like 3 stickers I put down are from Carly. Oh no, I like scratched this. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna have to get a new sticker. That's sad. Okay, there we go, that's better. So that one is, like I said, is from Carly Plans, as well as this script, and then the mixer that I'm gonna put down for cooking. Then the cook dinner script is from a shop that is closed. And then the last 2 things I'm marking, the icons are from my shop, and then the scripts are from Carly Plans again. So the knife, well, this is actually the bloody knife, is something I have in shop. This is not. I made it specifically to mark School Spirits because I just thought it'd be fun. But I didn't feel like it would be something that a bunch of people would buy, so I just didn't put it in shop. But yeah, I am like going through them pretty quickly. If you do watch the show, another way of watching it, if you don't just want to use a TV icon, would be to get the ghosty TVs from Carly Plans, because I've used those before for it. And then she also has little backpacks. Let me check if she actually still has them though, because I have so many icons from her. I'm not 100% sure like what has been discontinued sometimes until I go to like buy it. Okay, yeah, she does still have the backpacks in there. So both are super cute choices if you want to use something a little bit more unique. TVs also work, of course. I do have TV icons in my shop. But on Friday, I took Brian's car in because it needed new tires. And if you've been watching my videos regularly, like, I am so over getting car maintenance, replacements, all that shit. Like, we have had so many things in the last, like, year and a half between the two of our cars that it's just frustrating. Like, we both have gotten new brakes. We both have gotten new tires. I had a tire that got shredded that I had to get replaced at one point. There's, of course, like, oil changes and rotations that you just have to get in general. So, yeah, I'm over it. But I did go and get him new tires. And I just stayed there because it was pretty quick. I knew what I needed and everything. And then when I got home, I got sick, which I'm not really sure why. It just kind of randomly happens sometimes. Not as frequently anymore, but it did for whatever reason this day. So then I did laundry, and then I folded some clothes because we don't like fold the clothes whenever they get dried out of the dryer. We just put them in the basket. So I did that, so there'd be room in the basket for the clothes I had just washed. And then I had a vinyl sesh, which I don't know if anybody cares, but let me see what I listened to because I'm curious. Oh, I was listening to my Honey Revenge record. So they have an album called Retrovision, if you don't know like who they are. And it's really good. I definitely recommend it if you like, let's say like Paramore, that type of music. Super good. I am lucky enough to get to go see them this year. I'm going to way less concerts this year, but that is one of them. So I'm very excited for it. And I think it's coming up in April. I'll have to check my calendar though to be sure. But then I did play some more Kiwi with Brian. I made bracelets and was filling orders. So I'm assuming the bracelets were probably for an order because I haven't really been making them lately unless they're for work. I just kind of, my organization for my beads is in shambles and I have to sit down and fix that, and it's quite a task because I have a lot of beads, so that's where we are. But I did still have like stickers to print and cut, so that was another thing I was doing this night. That's why I marked the two things separately. But for where the stickers are from this day, this is from Carly Plans, Plan a Hannah, SPC, Carly Plans, with that font's not available anymore. Plan a Hannah, Leonard's Designs, Carly, I don't remember, Carly Plans, and then the foil bundle. So first thing Saturday is that I went to the post office, or I guess the first thing I marked. I'm sure that wasn't the first thing I did. Then I went to Scooters because that's pretty much a given if I go to the post office, unless I'm going to the one in a different town, in which case I probably get Starbucks. So coffee is just something I always seem to feel like I deserve whenever I go do any kind of errand. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that though. So after that, I did fold some more clothes. So I folded the laundry that I had washed the day before, I think. And I was proud of myself because I usually don't keep up on it that closely. But I was having a good week physically, I guess, aside from the back injury. Then I did some drawing. I finished a book this day, which I wonder what book it was. I haven't been writing it in here. I mean, I know I can go check my Goodreads, but I do like to write it in my weekly notes as well because, I don't know, I just like to talk about the books a little bit, especially since I haven't done book content at this point. After that, I watched the Super Mario Brothers movie with Brian, which we had already seen it. We saw it when it was in theaters, but it had been a while. I don't know when it came out originally, but we don't really go to the theaters a lot anymore, so it's probably been a bit. But he wanted to rewatch that, so we watched that this night. And then I had a mental breakdown, so I kind of just I had that. And then I talked to him a little bit after, because when I am struggling mentally and I get really frustrated and worked up, I mean, depending on the situation, but typically I need space and time to like gather myself and figure out like, okay, what the hell is causing this? And how do I articulate that? So that's what it was this day. Evenings just are particularly hard for me in a lot of ways. They always have been, but now that I take medication for ADHD, which don't get me wrong, helps, in the evenings I'm like coming down off of it. And so it can kind of be a little bit more intense with my feelings and reactions to things. So that's a struggle. But for the stickers this day, the post office characters from Fox and Cactus. The scripts for Scooters in the Post Office are from Carly Plans. And then that little coffee character, I can't remember the shop, but if you have been around long enough that you know who Sticky Sloth Designs is or was, it's her mom's shop, and I can probably find it on Etsy, but I just can't remember the name of it right now. So then for the laundry, that like folded shirt is from Leonard Designs. The crayons are from Carly Plans. The book characters from Fox and Cactus. That's from Carly Plans as well as that. And then this is from Once More with Love. That script is from Planet Hannah. The last two are yet again from Carly Plans. I feel so freaking repetitive, but whatever. So Sunday was Super Bowl Sunday, which meant I had plans, because now that I live close enough, I do not watch the Super Bowl alone. Brian, my husband, is not into sports really at all, if you don't know. So my besties are. So we had a little Super Bowl party. But the first thing I did, or the first thing I marked, I guess, was that I drove to Illinois, because both my friends, Sarah and Christine, live in Illinois. They actually live like one street over from each other, which is super convenient. But I drove over there. I did stop by my mom's house and we had lunch together, because she typically cooks lunch on Sundays for her and my brother. So he came over too and had lunch with us. So we just kind of like talked, and then he left. I don't know if he was taking a nap or what, but he left before me. So Mom and I just talked for a little bit after that. And then I did go run by Scooters before I got to Sarah's. I think I got drinks. Oh no, I went to Sarah's and then we like talked through what we wanted, placed an order, and then Sarah went with me and we got it in the drive-thru like together while Christine just chilled. And then we ordered Chinese food for dinner, because we had plans to like make food and just, you know, have a Super Bowl food situation, but we waited too long and I don't think any of us was really feeling up to doing a ton. So we're just like, let's just order Chinese food. So we did. There's a place in my hometown that is still to this day the best Chinese food that I've had. Now, I will say there's a couple places in Kansas City that I was recommended that I haven't tried yet, but the town I live in, like, there is no good Chinese food at all. Thankfully, we have good Vietnamese food now, but sometimes I just want Chinese food. So long story short, we got that. And then we did watch the Super Bowl pre-show, which was amazing. It was just a celebration of New Orleans culture. And honestly, if this wasn't my birthday week, I probably would have either used this kit from Cafe with Anna or her New Orleans themed kit. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I will put it like on screen here. So if you want to order it, you'll know like what it's called. But yeah, I didn't know. I wanted to use this kit because it was my birthday week. I was actually going to double plan this week, but because of the outcome of the Super Bowl, I decided not to use my Super Bowl kit. Instead, I just single planned the week. So the pre-show was just amazing. It was a celebration of music. It was a celebration of Black culture. It was just beautiful. They had an all-women's marching band. And again, I will probably look up the name of them and put that like in so you can see what it was, because they were fantastic and I was very impressed. I also love watching that type of thing because I was in marching band and I just find watching field shows fascinating. But it was such a good start to the Super Bowl. And then they did the Black National Anthem, which was not something that I was aware of. So that was kind of like an educational moment for me. And then the Chiefs and the Eagles were playing. So I know like pretty much everybody was rooting for the Eagles, even people that don't like them, because yeah. But I am a Chiefs fan. If you don't know, I lived in Kansas City for about 7 years, and so that is my team. I don't know where they were, but it wasn't on the field that day. So the game itself was not fun to watch. And I will say, like, obviously I'm not happy my team lost, right? Like, I wanted them to win. But in the grand scheme of things, if they had lost and it had been like an exciting, like, back and forth, it was never clear what team was going to win type of situation and they lost, I would have been happier. But it was just so one-sided that it just wasn't fun to watch. Like, that's not entertaining. Christine and I are Chiefs fans, like, in general. And then Sarah is a Bears fan, but she's a Chiefs fan, like, just because she's a Swiftie when they're playing and stuff like that. So we were kind of stressed. But the halftime show, in short, was iconic and amazing. And I really should have written more notes because I had a lot of thoughts on it. And it's been so long since then that I don't feel like I remember all of them enough to articulate them. But Kendrick's performance was just perfect. And all of the musical guests he brought out. My friend Christine was like, "Oh, I wonder if he's going to bring out SZA because they have this song together." And she was kind of speculating. And I think she basically nailed it on all the artists that were going to be featured. And that was just like what she was hoping / expecting would happen, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you're watching this, Christine. But yeah, so that was just fantastic. Every one of the guests, I don't know guests, but every one of the featured artists did a fantastic job. It wasn't just a music performance. And that is one thing I appreciated about it so much. At this point in time in the United States, it was a celebration of Black culture, Black music, with not only the pre-show but the halftime show. It was a very blatant political statement, which, given the fact that January 20th was like a little over 2 weeks before this, was just, it felt very powerful and very timely. And I am so grateful they picked him to do the show. So we were kind of talking through it and saying, like, we were thoroughly enjoying the show, but also just sitting there knowing that all the conservative white men that were watching, because, I mean, it's football, were probably beyond pissed. Where, I mean, they made a flag with their outfits, which that was such a cool moment. I do definitely recommend looking it up if you didn't see it, if you missed it and haven't watched it at this point. I also highly recommend watching the pre-show if you can find it anywhere. I don't know where that's accessible, but if I can find links to the pre-show and the halftime show, I will put that in my description, because I just really think they were important. And I am not gonna lie and say that I wasn't sad that my team lost. And if you know me, if you've watched my videos, I am a fan of my team. I am not a fan of all of the players and their political alignments. But basically, I think that it was very important and maybe just necessary that the Eagles won this year. And I don't say that lightly, because I'm not one to root against my team, but I just think the Eagles needed to win. Ultimately, like, looking back and forward, I love Jalen Hurts. I always have, as a player and a person. And I'm sure there's other players I'm not thinking of their names just because I'm like in full-on soccer mode now. But I do want to basically close this video out with reading what one of my friends said on Facebook and then my responses to it. So she said Kendrick Lamar's halftime show was an act of political defiance and a work of art. Seeing the MAGAs get big mad and call it the worst halftime show is Chef's Kiss perfection. Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. Oh my gosh, how did I forget about that? Yeah, that was iconic. We could all hear what he didn't say. And the quote, the revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. Like, are you kidding me? I basically responded with, I was really appreciating the level of resistance, especially right now, because it's just necessary. And the original Pine Nets are the marching band I was talking about. And let's see, some of this stuff I already said, so I don't want to be like super repetitive, even though I feel like I already kind of have been. So I said the whole performance was a celebration of Black art, as it should be, but I did not expect that from the NFL. Loved that Autumn Lockwood was the first Black woman to coach in the Super Bowl, and then she won. Like, that's beautiful. I was hoping they wouldn't go to the White House. From what I've seen, I think they're going to, but it was very important. I'm going to stop going on and on because I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point, but this is my spread in full. So if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in the next one. Bye.